According to a UCLA study recently done this year, we are the #1 place to invest in the entire country. Well, not the entire country, but top 30 metropolitan cities around the US. We beat out New York, we beat out San Francisco, LA, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool because, listen, I always knew that we were an awesome place to invest, but I'll be honest with you, I did not know that we were the #1 among these cities, especially given the fact that these cities, the real estate is a lot more expensive than we are. And let me clarify what they are saying as far as like being #1. What they're saying is, in terms of the money that you make, the return investment, that's what they're talking about, the amount of money that we're making. So say you buy a property for $500,000 and you rent it out and you're making a certain percentage. That percentage is what they're talking about, that we're #1. We make the most amount of money, that return on investment. Okay, and they're not talking about appreciation. In other words, the rise in the price from that property. And I bring this up because I get asked two questions very, very often. The first one is, how's the market? And the second one is, hey, Mario, you know what? Should I buy real estate? Should I invest? And my answer to the second question is, it really depends on how much you buy it for and how much you can rent it for. The numbers. That's how you determine how good of an investment is, if it's worth pursuing it or not. Right now, real estate is paying you somewhere between about 5% return cash flow. Okay, this is not including the rise in price. This is just cash flow, the rental income. Now, to a lot of people, 5% may not be like, hey, let's go throw a party. But you know what? When you consider it, when you compare it against other investments, it's pretty good. You know, say the stock market. I mean, if you know what you're doing, you know, you can make what, like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12% in the stock market as a comparison. But you know what? I mean, when you take into account the risk, trust me, real estate is a lot safer than the stock market. And that's something to consider. That's something to consider. Another thing that I want to bring up is, again, if you're not so enthusiastic about a 5% return cash flow from renting a property, you may want to look into the future when you're looking at the numbers. And I say this because rental rates continue to go up. Yes, they have slowed down in the past couple of years, but nevertheless, they're still going up. So if you're making numbers, you're calculating an investment, and right now you see, hey, you know what, this asset is only paying me 5%, and you're not too crazy about it. You know what? You need to, if you're able to predict where rents are going to be 2, 3, 4 years from now, that 5% investment property, 3, 4, 5 years from now, may be worth 7, 8, 9, 10%. So all of a sudden you went from having a good investment to like a real great investment. So that's something that you want to take into account as you're predicting numbers, because again, you know, prices keep going up and rental rates keep going up at a pretty steady pace, and that's pretty good. That's pretty good for us. So there you have it. We're #1 in the country among the top 30 metropolitan cities throughout the United States. Awesome, awesome. Listen, if you have any questions, message me. I would love to answer. Let me know what you think about this video. Don't forget to like the video. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a great week.